This is a strange story that was told long, long ago around the fireside at night. It is the story of a fairy in a magnificent white robe who strolled up and down the roads and footpaths, followed by two servants. The people of the city said that she had come from an enormous spaceship made of concrete and steel. When this monstrous ship landed in the forest, it made such a noise that chickens fled in every direction. Cat's fur stood up, and howling dogs could be heard from village to village. Some people were deafened and remained mute for days. Sometime later, the fairy, holding a mysterious luminous cube in the palm of her hand, set off over the paths, followed by two graceful elves carrying heavy bags on their backs. The people had called the fairy Satellite because she had come from the sky and because she glowed in the light of day. One day, a man who was curious and courageous went out on the lookout for the fairy and her companions. Hiding in the bushes, he discreetly followed them, and strange scenes would forever be engraved in his memory. In bright fields of ferns or along winding roads, the fairy would spin around several times and suddenly, at a precise place, lay down a cube. She would then make a crystal clear sound that would fill the air, as if she were calling out to someone. A few minutes later, a group of sylphs with shining wings would appear. Gathering around the cube, each of them would make different movements, one raising his winged arms, another lowering his head, and the next going down on his knees. And without having been touched in any way, the little cube would disappear into the earth. That is why, years later, objects that were very much like the cubes that had been buried came out of the earth. Some of them were so big that they were turned into houses. Others were smaller and became shelters. And yet others that were very, very small were used as benches, milestones, tables, or lanterns. The fairy and the elves disappeared, leaving their spaceship, which later became a flourishing and radiant city for the people on Earth.